Interviews take many different formats. From the very formal, there's a panel, 2, 3 or more people asking set questions all related to a selection criteria. At the other end of the scale, it might be an informal chat over a cup of coffee. The format may vary greatly, but what never changes is what you need to get out at that interview. I want to put you on the other side of the table. I know a lot of people watching this video would have been on the other side of the table at some point. So you're the employer. You have a vacant position. It's a real vacancy. We're not going to go through all this process and then your cousin's going to get the job at the end of it and they were always going to get the job. I know there are vacancies out there like that. But this is a real vacancy. You have a vacant position. You've got no idea who's going to fill it. So you advertise. Let's say you get 20 people apply for your job. You're not going to interview 20 people for a job. It's been done in the past, but it's not usual. By and large, the rule of thumb is you interview 6 to 8 people and choose. So 20 people apply, 6 to 8 are being interviewed. How did we get down from 20 to 6 to 8? That's the value of the resume. That's where your resume kicks in and make sure you're on the to be interviewed side and not in the out pile. At the interview, what are you looking for? What sort of things are going to influence you in choosing this person and not this person? This is a question I ask at seminars that I run. And I ask the audience to tell me what would they look for. The things that they usually give me I put into 2 separate lists. List 1, experience, skills, education, qualification, knowledge and information. And then list 2, personality, enthusiasm, appearance, intelligence, hardworking, conscientious. I've deliberately put these things on 2 different sides. I have left out discriminatory factors. People will also say age, gender, sexuality, race, colour, and so on. Now, race, age, gender, sexuality and colour in some selection processes do play a part. And the fact that they're unlawful in most jurisdictions is irrelevant to the fact that they do play a part. I know there are people who are using those factors to influence the selection processes. What I would say to you is if you have proof that that's happening, complain. The only way we're going to change it is to make a complaint. Back to list 1. I like list 1. If I had to give list 1 a name, I'd call it the merit list. And if interviews and selection processes were only about the things on this list, I wouldn't hate them nearly as much as I do. This is the testable side. This is the objective side. I can check somebody's experience. I can test their skills. I can cite their education qualification. I can ask them questions to test their knowledge and their information. I like list 1. List 2. I don't like list 2. I don't like list 2 at all. I hate list 2. Because in list 2, we are now in the realm of opinion, of subjectivity, even of feeling. Many times after an interview, when I was watching the selection processes, a person I thought was a good person, a good candidate for the job, didn't get the job. So I'd ask the interviewer or the interviewers, why didn't that person get a job? And often they would say to me, I had a feeling about that person. We had a feeling about that person. Wow. So somebody's life has been changed. Somebody can now not meet their career objectives, their aspirations, because you had a feeling. Shouldn't you perhaps have taken some paracetamol and lied down for a while, see if the feeling passed? Should you be making decisions because you had a feeling? But people do. If I had to give list 2 a name, I would very much call it the likability side. Do not underestimate it. It's at least half the battle. You can have all the merit in the world. You can be the best person for this job, clearly. And if they don't like you, they will not choose you.